I've tried to encourage people to think of easy approaches to making a friend of someone of another culture. Actually, it would work for anyone in any culture, but I call it the Santa approach. S stands for smile, because a smile is an international invitation to, I see you, I welcome you, I would like to be friendly with you. A is for appreciate. A lot of times we just don't even hardly notice people. So appreciate means to just think of something you can appreciate about them. It doesn't have to be fancy or culturally appropriate. Hey, I really like that shirt, or man, that's a cool hat, or I see your family is really close, or those kids of yours, man, they are really enjoying what they're doing. You know, just appreciate something about them, just as a comment. N is really important, it's name. Try to get their name, because it's like you and me. We value someone who calls us by name. And so try to get their name. And if it's a difficult one, if you didn't quite hear it, say, you know, it's important for me to know your name. I'd love to know your name. Could you say that again? Or even, that name is new to me. Could I write it down? Could you spell it for me? That actually doesn't embarrass them, it honors them, because it shows again, wow, this guy really wants to know me. T stands for tea, as in food, tea, biscuits. It doesn't have to be fancy. It's the idea of hospitality. It's the idea, hopefully not necessarily at a third place like Starbucks or a restaurant, but in your home. Even if your home isn't cleaned up and isn't fancy, that's not important. Actually, that would probably put them at ease if they see a home that's not all duded up with all this fancy stuff, because their home isn't all duded up. So invite them over for a cup of tea or coffee or a soda, and if you have a biscuit, put it out. It doesn't have to be fancy. And do this repeatedly. This isn't just a one-time thing. A is for ask. Ask to hear a little about their story. By now you've learned their name, you've sat over a cup of tea together. Ask them something about their story. What was it like when you first came to America? What are things like back home? What do you miss about back home? What family do you leave back home? How was America different than what you expected? How was it harder than what you thought it was? Just ask for their story. Be curious. And you can feel free to do that every time you're with them. Just ask a little bit more. You know, last time you mentioned this, what about that? You know, just be curious and ask. So this is a simple approach. Anybody can do it. And you'll find that over time, you're really deepening your friendship.